Hello guys, Omni here. Right after It Chapter Two's long-awaited release in theaters, we got a final trailer for another Stephen King adaptation, Doctor Sleep, starring Ewan McGregor. I'm really excited for this movie. It is a sequel to the much iconic The Shining, and I'm really excited for this. I'm curious if we're going to be getting an Ewanisance with Ewan McGregor coming back between this and Obi-Wan Kenobi being announced for Disney Plus, with him returning to that role as well. He's such a great actor, and I'm really excited to see how he plays out in this, how this all pans out. I actually only recently saw The Shining this past October. It's one of those like movie classics that I just missed out on somehow. And last Halloween, I was like, you know what? This is on Netflix at the moment. I'm going to watch it. It was Netflix or Amazon. Regardless, I ended up watching it. And that movie really still holds up. So good. And, yeah, it is a shame of having missed out on it for a long time. And I feel like there's been a lot of movies that I'd watched later in life that I feel like I just kind of missed the train on. There's quite a few movies that I feel like that with, that at least for me, that I feel like I could have went back and watched this at a younger age and really enjoyed it. But this movie definitely held up, and I think I appreciated it probably a lot more now than I probably would have if I watched it earlier. But I love it. It's fantastic. I can't wait to see how they follow it up. This is going to be pulling on both things from the book and touch upon things in the book that The Shining didn't. So this, in essence, from the way they've described it, this is a sequel to both the book, The Shining, and the film, The Shining. So it will be connected at least to Jack Nicholson's Shining. So that's really interesting to see. I can't wait to see what they got for us. Let's see what they have in store in the final trailer for Doctor Sleep. Get out of the way, Mouse.
When I was a kid, there was a place. A dark place. They closed it.
Does he actually go back, or is this like a dream thing?
But the things that lived there.
Hello, Danny.
They come back.
So, technically, Jack's spirit should still be there. I mean, he had always been there, according to the ending of the movie.
Away from something.
At the very least, he would be there after the events of it.
Hi. You can hear me. You're magic. Like me.
I don't know about magic. I always called it The Shining.
I love the aesthetic of the
It was a
Overlook.
hungry place. A dangerous place.
These people, they hurt people like us.
These are the devils. They'll eat what shines. And they've noticed that little girl.
Wow, hi there.
Get out of my head! Get out!
I haven't felt power like that in so long.
Oh,
They're coming.
November
Where
8th.
are we going?
There's a place. You sure you want to do this?
I'm ready.
Will shine again.
Yes, you run, dear. And then I will find you. And you will scream for years.
Play with us forever and ever.
Oh man, that looks so good. I love the camera work. I love all the shots in this. I love the aesthetic and everything like that. This one takes a much different tone, of course, than The Shining does, because it's incorporating more characters, more people in this universe that have this supernatural ability that Danny has, the shine. I forget the leader of this little subcult's name. They prey upon people with it to what, extend their life, add to their own power. I can't remember. It's been a little bit since I've followed up on, the lore behind this movie. Particularly, like I said, I couldn't remember if they actually go back to the hotel, but it looks like there's, from the layout of the trailer, it looks like the third act will pretty much be him, Ewan McGregor, Danny, and the little girl baiting this cult to the hotel itself. So I'm wondering what the plan is there, what the intention on going back is. I haven't read the book. I remember reading the full synopsis of it to kind of freshen up on what this was going to be about around the time that this movie was actually announced. But I don't remember pretty much most of what I read, except for the very, very broad strokes of what it's overall about. Like Danny dealing with the trauma of these events throughout his life. This pull being resurfaced, this girl that this cult is after, the cult itself. I forget the leader's name. And really what ends up playing out and panning out in it, but it looks great. I really hope that this movie lives up to the hype of the original film. I know I reviewed it Chapter 2, and I added a little addendum in the comments, a little amendment to my score, because I did give it an 8 and a B. I still give it a B, like a B minus, but like after, in hindsight, afterwards, after like thinking about it, after the high of getting out of the movie, I really, as strong as the performances were, it still was a fairly clunky movie. So I did have to lower my score to like a 7 for that. And in that movie, they do poke fun of Stephen King and his struggle with making a ending to a book. So I'm really curious to see how this plays out, because I'm not going to get my expectations too high for this. As much as I love Ewan McGregor, I can at least know that his performance is going to be amazing, just like I did with everybody they cast in It Chapter 2. All the performances were solid, and they elevated this clunky material and made it enjoyable for me to watch. I had a good enough time watching the actors perform that was their chemistry, and the way they performed was the majority of my enjoyment in the movie. So I'm hoping at least that there's that in this. Like, I don't know how the story's going to play out. I don't know how this is going to vary or differ from the book, or the structure of The Shining, which key elements they're going to keep, which ones they're going to discard. I don't know all that, but I can at least pretty much bank on Ewan McGregor giving a solid performance. So there's that. That's at least the one crutch I can go into this movie with, and it's not too far off, so I can't wait to check it out. I'm really, really excited to get back to the hotel, though. I'm really looking forward to see how that all plays out. Between him dealing with his trauma, him revisiting that place where it all started, how that all comes into play, how it affects him, how it affects the plot. Are we going to see Jack Nicholson? Probably not, but I would love that. His spirit should be there technically, so that's it. I don't really have anything else to add to this, guys. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I want to know what your thoughts and feelings are for this film. You can talk about other follow-ups, other Stephen King stories that didn't pan out quite as well or live up to the expectations that were laid ahead of them. Leave all your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this movie, what you want to see, what you hope they approach or tackle, or at least, yeah, general thoughts or whatever. Or your just general thoughts on the trailer. I'm making this too harder than it should be. Anyway, guys, sorry, I'm prattling on at this point, so thank you guys for hanging out. If you like this video, make sure to support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I would really appreciate that. If you didn't like it, just let me know in the comments what you didn't like. I always love hearing everybody's opinions, even if they're different from mine. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you all. I hope you have a good night, day, whatever it is, wherever you guys are, and Thank you for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.